our winner in 2022 of the Australasian Auctioneer of the Year is Clarence.
Thanks, Justin. This is something that is 8 years in the making for me. I first started competing in 2014. Was lucky enough to make the Australians for the first year, but I was well off the pace, and it was a dream that sort of started at that point. And it's an extraordinary amount of work that goes in over time, and we're talking about every week, literally for years, of training, thinking, picturing, ideating, trying, failing, coming back and trying again, and it's just such an enormous reward for all of that work and for all of that effort. I feel like I'm probably not as naturally blessed with humour and charisma and likability as people like Justin and Northie and those sort of guys. So I've had to work hard on other parts of my call to really bring it to a point where it was probably technically something that was going to get me through to Austro finals and things like that. So that's been a really massive journey for me. It's been an extraordinary year. There's been a lot going on in my life this year, so it's funny how life serves you up some things that maybe challenge you, and then serves you up some things that reward you at the same time. And there's some really rich irony in that, I think. Learning to win at the Australasians, and I want to say this in particular to all of the competitors who are here, everybody who was in the heats and everybody who was in the finals, because there's no second-time winners tonight. Everyone was potentially a first-time winner in this particular competition. Learning to win the Australasians is very much about first learning to lose and learning to be able to handle the fact that you lost, walk away from the fact that you lost, learn from the things that you needed to learn from, be able to pick yourself back up from the disappointment of losing. I've been here a couple of times. I stood in 2017, I stood right next to Justin when they called his name, and I thought maybe I was a chance. And it's tough. It's a really tough moment. One that comes to mind is a young chap that came a few years ago, and it was the first time he'd been to the Australians. He made a final, and he didn't win, but I remember when the name was announced, I remember talking to him afterwards, and he was just inconsolable that he didn't win. And I went over to the guy and I said, what's wrong with you? You made an Austro final on your first attempt, mate. That's such a great achievement. And he was, and we haven't seen him since, and I think that's really sad. So I think if there's one message to all of the people who had aspirations to win tonight, who are here, I've stood where you're standing. Keep going, come back, keep getting better, keep competing, your time will come. Sir Tolby, mate, I say that, keep competing, so close, and you're a champion, mate, you're a champion. A few quick thank yous. I want to thank first and foremost my team, because honestly guys, to Paul Menck and to Emma Brown-Garrett and Paul Crawford, who's not here tonight, thank you so much for indulging my persistent perfectionism, for my desire for endless training. These guys are in there every week with me, training, working numbers, working me over, as coming up with diabolical things to try and challenge me. Honestly, part of this belongs to you guys, a little part of this belongs to each of you, because it literally does not happen without you. I really want to take a moment to congratulate the team at REI New South Wales. I think that they have done an absolutely stellar job of putting together a competition. It's the first time, I believe, in New South Wales, and you've put together an Austros that we can be really proud of. So I want to say congratulations and thank you to Pamela and Jessie and Ricky in particular. There's of course a whole team behind them, but I think they've done a stellar job and I think they've put together a really good competition. So a bit of a round of applause. A very quick final shout out to Gavin Croft and Jason Andrew, a couple of legend auctioneers who many of you will know. Gavin was really instrumental in re-engineering my call in 2017, and Jason Andrew helped me along the way. To the judges, finally, thank you so much for your efforts over the last few days. In particular, thank you for seeing fit to give me the opportunity to be a winner. I'm very, very grateful and very honoured. Thanks very much.